Hello everybody, this is the Lysol. With the Krayt Dragon Raid coming out this week, today, actually, you might not have everything you need for the raid, or think you don't, and I have done a little bit of testing, and I think I might be able to help. With some very low geared characters, I was able to at least get the first crate from the solo track on the Krayt raid. So let's get started with the mechanics here. The Krayt Dragon has 3 abilities. He's got a Bite, which is just an AoE with a daze, a single target daze. His Acid Spray, which is an AoE with a bunch of debuffs. You can pretty much ignore the actual particulars here as far as what debuffs and damage and all of that stuff goes. His second special is a Swallow, where he basically incapacitates one of your characters, and if one of your characters is swallowed when he does Acid Spray, you lose that character. Now when he does the Swallow, he gains 20 stacks of Defiance, and when we go into this, we'll see why that's important. In his unique, he gains a bunch of extra damage. He gains a stack of Enrage, and it only takes 100% to get him enraged. Every time you take a turn, and 4 stacks of Enrage, and 4 stacks of Defiance every time he takes a turn. Whenever an enemy removes turn meter from the Krayt Dragon, it also gains 1%, and when it reaches 100%, it becomes enraged. All of those previous abilities just get even stronger. So the name of the game is kind of racing him to enrage while keeping the Defiance stacks down. So for each 5,000 points earned in the battle after 50,000 points, this unit gains 3% offense stacking. He gains it. It increases by an additional 3% every time. So he's getting 3%, then 6%, then 9%. Is that really... If that's how that works, that's scary. His second unique, when inflicted with the following debuffs, you lose stacks of Defiance and remove those debuffs. So when he has stacks of Defiance and has a character swallowed, you want to try and remove those stacks of Defiance by applying debuffs to him. So stuns and fears remove 8 stacks. Ability blocks 6, dazes 4, blinds 3, staggers 2, and tenacity down 1. So most of the common debuffs will remove stacks of Defiance. And when you remove all of the stacks of Defiance while somebody's swallowed, you get your character back. So let's look at what we're doing on offense here. Fire Ballista is one of the granted abilities. Deal true damage to target enemy 2 times and inflict daze, stagger, and stun for 1 turn 2 times. So you want to double up on those. And as you can see right here, stun gives 8 stacks, daze gives 4, stagger gives 2. So that's 14 times 2. That's 28 stacks it removes. So when he does his Swallow, if you immediately do the Fire Ballista, you get all of those stacks taken down, as long as he didn't have any stacks previously built up, and you get your character back. So you want to hold your Ballista, for the strategy I'm putting forward here, you want to hold on to the Ballista until right after he does his Swallow. And around him are 3 sets of explosives. And so your other granted ability is Replant Explosives. So you put 2 bundles of explosives down, but they start with 3 that have 5 stacks on them. Every time you hit one, it removes a stack. And every time they drop to 0, they explode, dealing damage to the Krayt Dragon. But you want to do that damage to the Krayt Dragon while he is underground, while he's burrowed. He burrows after he coughs your character up, and then he goes underground, and then you try and hit the bombs as quickly as possible to blow them up to remove his bonus protection in order for him to come back up and you're able to deal damage to him again. So The whole idea is to keep the stacks of Defiance low. As soon as he swallows somebody, drop him to 0. He'll burrow and then blow up the bombs to get him back up so you can start doing damage to him again. It's a constant cycle like that. And I've been able to put together a team here that can do that very cheaply. Pretty much anybody will have this team on their roster. So there's Hutt Cartel and Mandalorians, and you see the faction bonuses here. Whenever a Hutt Cartel ally damages a bundle of explosives, it immediately detonates and deals double damage to the Krayt Dragon. So Boba Fett's AoE will hit all of the bundles of explosives, and it'll deal a whole ton of damage to the Krayt Dragon, and allowing you to drive your score up very, very quickly. At the start of this character's turn, reduce the cooldown of replant explosives, so you can also put explosives down much quicker. And then when they use replant explosives, it reduces the cooldown by 40%. So you can do, in a couple of rounds, you can have explosives put down again immediately after blowing them up. And there's also Mandalorians on this team. The faction bonus is they're immune to poison, which is the minus 50% health and protection recovery, but their damage is reduced by 50%. Then they also don't trigger the turn meter gain on the Krayt Dragon, and they have a 75% chance to inflict tenacity down, which is 1 stack of Defiance taken out. So remember, swallow, ballista, destroy the bombs, rinse and repeat. And if you do this with G11, G12 characters, you can get from 0 tickets to 300,000 and get your first crate in the raid. So the team I've put together here is Beskar Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Jango Fett, the Mandalorian, and Cad Bane. As you can see, these guys are all gear 12 and gear 11. This team works really well because Beskar Mando's leadership gives you all of that turn meter push every time you do damage. And these guys can hit a lot. There's a lot of calls to assist. So when he has somebody swallowed and his speed is reduced by 25%, you can take 3 or 4, maybe even 5 rounds of attacks between his turns. It does mean his enrage timer goes up quickly relative to the amount of turns that he takes, but you can race his enrage timer. And at the end, as long as your Boba Fett is alive to do an execute when he's got a bunch of debuffs on him, you can get to the 300,000 pretty easily. Generally speaking, I try and call Boba Fett or Jango Fett to assist when I call assists, and I wait until they're wait till the bombs are out and the Krayt Dragon is burrowed before I do Boba Fett's AoE. All right, let's get looking at the footage. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch at The Lysol, where I usually stream in the mornings at either 6 a.m. Eastern Time or 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Join the Discord, which is in the description below. And yeah, do all that good stuff. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.